was removed from caucus at the end of an investigation? You've had this information now, because you mentioned facts in French, they stay. So now you have, someone brought a complaint forward about harassing behavior. You looked into that. The facts are conclusive now that this was indeed harassment. The investigation is terminated. This is your decision?
So I want to separate two things in what you're saying. You're talking about an investigation that is independent. At the National Assembly, they can decide to conduct an investigation. Right now, I have enough information that are brought to my attention to make the decision, independent of any investigation, that we cannot tolerate certain behaviors. We cannot tolerate certain ways of operating with our employees, and it's going to be zero tolerance. So this is independent of any investigation.
You're not, as a Liberal Party, you're not doing an investigation?
We have enough information to take the decision. Now Marie Montpetit is an independent M&A.
When you say you have sufficient information, does that mean like you have multiple sources coming forward about Montpetit, or does that mean that what you've heard is so clear beyond a doubt that you don't have to have an investigation?
The investigation can take place with the National Assembly. There's no question about that, and if we will participate in any to support the people that want to participate in the investigation. Independently from that, I have sufficient information today.
Sufficient information.
Sufficient information means that the facts that you see are not aligned with the values that you want to see within your caucus and within the behaviors with the employees. We want to make sure that we have an environment where there is respect that is displayed, that people are well treated, and again, I have sufficient information to make that decision.
And regardless of the investigation, she's out of caucus, and regardless of the investigation, she cannot run again. That's what you're saying.
What I said is that with the information that I have today, that's what I see today.
Thank you.
But you also said facts. So is it information or is it facts? Because information to me means, hey, I have a tip for you. This might have happened. Facts are like, I saw it with my own eyes, or here's a video,
I have enough information today in order to justify the fact that Marie Montpetit is no longer part of our caucus. I have enough information to say that within our caucus, it has to be zero tolerance. I have enough information to say that the type of behavior that we want to see displayed in 2021 is not the type of the behavior that have been brought to my attention again. So I have enough information to conclude that.
The fact that Marie Montpetit supported you from the start. We looked at the press conference when you said, I'll be the leader of I'll launch my campaign, I'll be the leader of the Liberal Party in Quebec, and she was there, side by side. How do you feel, how do you go through this?
For sure, that's why it is a difficult moment, but what you have to remember is that we have to send a message of zero tolerance for certain behaviors. So if I knew then what I know now, it would have been different, obviously. But the reality is we cannot tolerate circumstances like that. We can't. We can't accept that. And it's independent of the personality of a person. It's independent of the relationship you have. And that's why it makes it difficult. But it's also the right thing to do. You have to separate those two things and do what's right. And in 26 years of working, I've always taken the side of being aligned with my value system.
But if she was so close to you, if you had discussions with her in the past about this harassment and the allegations, were you the right person to speak to Marie Montpetit about this?
I didn't say specifically who had the conversations with who. What I said is that as soon as something was brought up to my attention, it was being addressed. That's what I said. Now, Now the situation is such that I have information that are bringing me to the conclusion that there's no other way to continue than to have Marie Montpetit independent from the Liberal caucus.